Joy Rising, beautiful. So today, wow, I've been having a lot of congestion, from all that smoking I was doing, and I've been walking more lately. I haven't been really doing the Grow with Joe that much. I've been wanting to get outside, since school been back in session. I've been getting up at 6 in the morning, helping with my grandson in the morning. So I just stay up, and I'm grateful for that because I could use the extra time. And I always wanted to get up at like 5:30 every morning. So I'm on my way. Eventually it'll probably be 5 in the morning. You could just get so much done before everybody else get up and the world get to moving around. So it can be very productive during those hours. Anyway, we're gardening today. I've done some things in my little container garden since the last time I did an update. For one, the okra are still getting chomped down, child. And I mentioned before, okra produces sap. And I think that's why they stay with bugs on them. One of my people suggested a spray I get. I haven't gotten it yet. I told y'all my budget is expanding. Let's just say that's in the process of expanding. So I'm doing what I can with what I have right now. And I think the best recourse of action would be for me to just come out every day, which I do because I have to water my plants and stuff. Because, like, if it's not going to rain, and depending on what time it's going to rain, because I try to, like, water them, especially the zucchini. The zucchini needs a lot of water. So I try to water them in the morning and in the evening, but that's not a lot of times. But if it's not going to rain, I definitely water them. So the okra, I took like 3 bugs off of the okra yesterday. And if you're new to container gardening, or I guess any type of gardening, I do container gardening because my daughter is renting this house, so I didn't want to obviously plant in the ground because we're not going to be here that long. And I figured, like, when we do move, or however that may go when it's time, I can just take my containers with me, load them up in the truck, and I got my garden, so when you checking for bugs in your garden, look underneath the leaves. That's mainly where they like to be. So let me show you my okra. They holy, baby, and I ain't talking about the God kind of holy. They holy from being chomped on. Okay, so you see all the holes in my okra, baby. Look at that. Look at this leaf. Dang near translucent. So yesterday I picked off like 2 itty bitty caterpillar wormy looking things stuck underneath one of these leaves. So you got to lift them up and check underneath the leaf, and that's where you'll find the little critters hanging out. But if you can look closely, it's like little white balls. See that? Those are the things that help attract insects to the okra. And, sap, I suppose, is sweet, right? So let me tell you what I did to this okra plant. I took 5 out and threw them away. I had too many. I'm not going to be eating that many okra. First of all, let's be real. I don't eat okra, guys. I do not eat okra. I will eat fried okra, but it's been like, that's something I eat like once every 3 years or so. I love fried okra, right? But the reason, look, that one was going. I removed 5 of these plants because it was too many. And ever since I did that, a lot of the leaves been kind of falling off. But it's still healthy. It's not like suffering. But I lost leaves before once I had moved these okras around. And some of the leaves will just start falling off. But the main top leaves, they be good. And you can see I got some growth coming in right here, right there. That's a fairly new leaf. See that one? So it's growing, and these okra plants can get really tall. And now it's just 4 in here, and you see how tall they are, standing straight up, right? When did I plant these? June 16th. So here we are like 2 months later, and that's what it's looking like. This the tomato I potted in this pot. I took one out of here. This is what we're working on today. It has overgrown. I'm supposed to have been took these out and put them in different pots. So we're going to work on that today. I've been trying to grow green onion from seed. This is one. Look at it, baby. It's looking sad. So what I'm going to do is, when next time I go to the farmer's market, I'm going to buy some green onions. I'm going to cut the tops off and plant the root part in the soil, and we're going to do it like that because I've been struggling with these green onions since, let me see when I first planted them. June 16th. And then I replanted some July 9th. This is a July 9th one that sprouted up. The other one died. I could have kept it in the house, and that's what I was trying to do with a new batch. I'm about to show y'all. See, it's just skinny, and it's still alive, but it's I don't know what the heck going on with that. But this is the tomato. It had passed on here as well. You see, some was eating on that. But when I checked it, I didn't see anything. So I'm not going to worry about that one. I'm going to just let it be. The zucchini suffering. I threw away, I had too many in this pot, first of all. I threw away 3 of them. When I originally potted these, remember, I'm new to gardening. So when I originally did it, see this? I could cut this off because this is dead. And I don't want my plant, this one's still alive. I don't want my plant wasting energy on probably trying to heal a dead leaf. So I cut some off yesterday. And this one I'm going to cut off today because it's done. It's done. When it's looking like that, I'm taking it. But we have some beautiful, healthy plants. Look at these. Look at these. Look at these. Look at these. So it was flowering a few weeks ago, a while back, but I don't know what happened to all the flowers. This zucchini plant has definitely been a learning curve because I wasn't catching the blooms when they opened up in the morning. They opened first thing in the morning, and then they could close up like, what's the name of those flowers? Dang, it's another flower that opened like in the morning. It's a flower, it's not like a vegetable. Morning glories. Oh my gosh, if you ever seen morning glories, they are so beautiful. But when I was in Cleveland, the house I was living in had some planted in the bushes. They were over there in front of the house, and in the morning they was open up, and then I would notice later on in the day they was closed. I'm like, what's going on? What? And my father told me they were called morning glories. They open up in the morning, then they close later on sometime. So zucchini looking good. I will cut that off. The okra is gonna be a fight. I'm going to definitely come out here and lift these leaves every day. I can't afford not to. I got 2 wormy looking things off of them yesterday and a white fly. So it was a baby white fly at that, just sitting underneath the leaf. And they like to just eat. They'll just chomp away. Look at it. But it's still doing good. It's still thriving. Some of the leaves I did lose once I pulled out 5 of them, the plants, and threw them away. I kind of repositioned them so they can have some room to grow. And yeah, I don't know if they don't like that, but definitely ended up losing some. And you can see the white little balls on here as well. See that? It's not bugs, it's the sap. This is my deal. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I clipped some of the yellow. You see like how that turned color. So one day I came out here and pruned a lot of that off. And we got some good ones. Look at, see these? I want them to look green. I know when you garden, your fruits and vegetables and stuff might not look perfect like they do in the stores. And we know why they look perfect in the stores. But either way, in case you don't know, they do a lot of pesticides and stuff on the fruits and vegetables you buy in the store, if they're real, because some of it isn't even real. There's a known fact that some of that fruit is rubber. And I have bought fruit from Walmart. That's why I don't buy from Walmart anymore. Like avocado, I bought definitely was like rubber. Strawberries, still waiting on these. These might, look at the ladybug, look. Oh, I love ladybugs. They're one of my animal totem signs. Whatever. It's like this thing, when I see ladybugs, it just means something good for me. But either way, supposedly they take a while to come up anyway. So these are alpine strawberry. They only grow up to be like this big. But I'm going to plant some regular ones as well, probably next spring. So let's get to this tomato plant. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm about to take some of them out, put them in separate containers. And I'm going to just use the bags that I have. I was hoping to get some more, but I haven't been able to get any yet. So I cleaned this table off. I don't want to hurt the roots. So my idea is to dump them over. Let me prop this up. Dump them over on the table and gently take them out that way. Okay, guys. We got that situated. Let me get the tomatoes and dump them out on the table. And I'm going to scoop a little bit too to help me get them out. I'm new to this, so they just grew way more than I was hoping. I was hoping to get to them before they got this big. But I love seeing how big. Look at this. This is my now look, these tomatoes don't have any holes or anything. See that? They look so good. Like nothing's been eaten on these. But that other one over there, I don't know, honey. Something got to that one. So we're going to put this right here. All right. My idea is to just dump it out like this. Try to... I don't know if this went too well. Okay. Let me get it so you can see good. See what I'm doing good. Look at the tomatoes. See, that's why my stuff be dying. I hope I'm not killing them, but I'm trying to not really hurt the roots. And I'm about to hurry up and put these tomatoes inside of this soil. And I got a couple more bags. So we have this one. I just want 2 in here. Let me see. Got that one. And I just need 1 more. I think I got enough for... Dang, I'm dropping soil all on the ground. So if they don't have adequate space to grow, they'll just be like small tomatoes, which I have so many of them. When I plant my seeds, I plant a lot because I don't know which ones are really going to germinate. So I should have been thinned these out when they first started growing. I dropped a whole hunk of soil on the porch. And this porch got slits in it, and this soil it's valuable. It's valuable, so we're gonna try to scrape up that. Okay, so we got this in here, and make sure it's got enough room around the sides. And I'm gonna snip some of these bottom leaves off and add soil all the way up. That kind of help it grow like stronger and like thicker. All right, let me move this one out the way real quick. So here go another bag. These are grow bags I ordered from Amazon. And let me put some soil in here. Oh my gosh. This is Miracle Grow Moisture Control. It's organic soil. I like to get to at Home Depot, but sometimes I just gotta go with what's like more feasible for me at the moment. And since I go to Walmart every freaking week, and these are like $7 a bag at Walmart, I just grab these. The organic soil don't cost that much. It's just like it's at a whole different store, and I don't even be feeling like driving all the way over there just to get like one bag of that to mix in with this. That's what I had started with when I started my gardening, that organic soil. I keep dropping all this soil on the ground. So my garden gotta be tough, little soldiers, because I know I'll be rough with them. I know I do. Ooh. So I got that in there. For tomatoes, you want to add something like, Epsom salt to your soil. They need nitrogen, I think. I think that's the element they need that in their soil to help them to get all the nutrients that they need. And then they got other stuff you can buy, like you will see it say for tomatoes and stuff on the bags at the store in the gardening section. I haven't gotten any of that stuff yet. I will probably just get the Epsom salt to add to my soil. This is compost. The first thing was some fertilizer. I don't measure anything, nothing. I just sprinkle in. And I'm going to mix this in like this. And break up any balls. So in the soil, you get like wood chips, little twigs and sticks. I didn't know that soil came like that before. When I used to have plants, I never really repotted any. And they would do good. I just buy them from at the store. But I didn't keep them long either. I ended up giving them to my mom because I ended up moving. But I used to have some nice little plants in my one house I lived in when my children were younger. Okay, so we mixing this in. I'm trying to get all the way down to the bottom and mix everything really nice. All right. My back. Ooh, Lord. Okay, that's a leaf. I'm gonna put him right here. Oh, he can go right there. I gotta go get my scissors so I can cut some of these leaves off. Mm. We got one. Okay, I got two left. Perfect. So we're gonna put two in here, and I'm gonna put two in my other bag. All right. My hands. I'll be back. I'm gonna just snip. I like to come out here early too, if possible. This before I go for my walk, because it's these mosquitoes down here that like to bite on me when it's later in the day. I don't know what type of mosquito these are. They don't look like normal mosquitoes, but they all black. And they bite and leave bumps, itchy bumps, but the bumps don't even last. Let me use this way. The bumps don't even last long, but they be super itchy. I probably should have planted a tall one. Another tall one with this one. Now, I'm going to see how these tomatoes act after I've done this. Are some of the leaves going to die like the okra did? Because I moved them around and stuff. So put that in there. I'm about to move this because I don't like the way it's rocking. Oh, this better anyway. Okay. And you see how I kind of like put the soil all the way up. A little bit more fertilizer. My tomatoes happy. Look at them. They happy. And then I pray for my plants. You know, God bless my tomatoes. Okra too. Keep them safe from pests. Let them grow up big, strong, and healthy. And I tell them I love you. I love you, tomatoes. You so beautiful. Look at you. Yes, you are. Look at you. Okay. We almost there. I do have one of them little shovel things, but I don't know. This is grounding. You know what I'm saying? Getting your hands in soil and dirt, the earth. So I try to just get that energy. You feel me? So I do use the shovel thing sometimes as well. I definitely don't use gloves. I'm not saying I'm not never using gloves, but right now I don't want to. Like I said, I want to feel with my fingers. So we got one pot down. Let me add a little bit more, because when it rains, y'all, the rain wash away my soil sometimes. Well, every time it rains, the water drops, push the soil up out the pot. So I gotta put enough in here to make up for that when it happens. Now that should definitely be enough. Take it around. But you see how far up I brought that soil on this little one? Now this tall one, that's as far as I'm gonna be able to take it, because it's grown out. And I didn't want to put it too far deep into the pot, because I want to have, like, I don't know how big and long the roots get, but I want to, like, make sure the roots got enough room to grow. Common sense just telling me that, you know what I'm saying? So that's one tomato plant down. Got a little dirt on the leaves, but when it rains, it'll I'm not gonna water it right now. I'm gonna wait till I get them all done and water all my plants together. So I'm gonna just take this label, June 1st, stick it in there. Because that's when I first planted it. So let's get this one back up here on the table. It's time. It's your turn, babe. It's your turn. So let's snip away some of these leaves. Because this one definitely getting soil up to here. Snip these away. Now, like I said, from a video I watched, now, they said you snip away them, add soil up the stem, and this should help your tomato plant to grow, like, bushy and strong. Snip those away. And now I'm going to add soil. Ooh. I want to sit down, but this won't be easy sitting down, so It's my lower back. Ugh. Okay. Let's get in there. Get some soil. I never knew I would enjoy gardening, but it's just something special about it. First of all, you growing your own food. I feel like anybody should give it a try. If you live, it doesn't matter where you live. Grow one thing, guys. Something that you know you're going to be eating, like tomatoes. I think we all eat tomatoes. I have met people who are allergic to tomatoes and people who just don't like tomatoes. But you could get you a tomato plant, do one tomato plant. Just get the feel of growing your own food and seeing the whole process from seed to harvest. You know what I'm saying? Don't get the transplant stuff you can buy at the little seed stores or whatever, the little transplants. Start your own from seed. And it's a wonderful life lesson in seeing things flourish from seed stage. You know what I'm saying? And it's a seed that you actually planted in the soil yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let me add some of this fertilizer. And, you know, the seed goes down into the soil and it dies. That's how the life comes forth, from the seed dying. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just so amazing, so awesome. The little seed gave its life. And I'm put some compost in here. But like I said, I'm going to get some Epsom salt to add to these tomato soil so it can have the nutrients it need, which I think is nitrogen. You want to have nitrogen for your tomatoes. Now, will it be fine without it? Yeah, it'll be fine. But I want to at least try to do what the folks say for certain. Like blueberries need a lot of nutrients too. I think it needs nitrogen as well. And it's soil, heavy nitrogen. I didn't plant any blueberries this year, but some more strawberries and blueberries I will be planting next year. But it won't be this year. I still need to plant my broccoli, beets, and carrots. So that's going to be next week. I definitely got to plant that next week. Down here in Georgia, I'm in zone 8A. The weather is warmer longer, so that's a plus for me. It's not really going to get really cold till December and January from what I hear. I have lived down here before when I was in my younger years, but I don't really know how the weather goes. So according to the people that's really been living down here, they say December and January is the coldest months. And you can garden year round. So as I learn what I can plant in these different seasons and months, I will be planting something for each season. So these are tomatoes. I really don't need to label these because I know these were the ones that came with the June 1st bunch that I had planted. And these were looking so bad in the house when I had them growing in the window in the little pots. But when I brought them outside, they began to thrive once they had grew up some. I'm like, my baby's suffering. They were like super stickly, struggling to get the sunlight because it really haven't been that sunny down here this summer. A lot of rain, a lot of clouds. But they doing good outside. So yeah, I figured I would get this garden out the way before I go for my walk. That way, you know, when I get done, I can take my shower. And I got to worry about getting dirty again. Because look, I got soil on my arm. And there we go. Got a nice little tomato. Another pot of tomato. Right here. Look at my babies. God, thank you for blessing my tomatoes and helping them grow it big and strong. And keeping them safe from pests and insects trying to eat them. I love you, tomatoes. All right, so we gonna put you out the way. One more. Trying to do this one-handed. Got to get some soil in the bag to help it stay open. I'm going to just use the rest of this. See, this is what I use. Let me get this chunk off the floor. I'm gonna add some fertilizer. Hold on, babies. I'm about to put y'all in. Hold on. And you know what? This compost. See? I had these little green onions in the house. I started them from seed. I did a different process with these and put them in paper towel, wet, damp paper towel, zipped them up in a Ziploc bag and kept them in a dark space and let the seeds germinate, thinking I was going to get onions that way. You can't even see these, but they didn't make it. They sprouted, but look at these. And they dry because I had gave up on them and just said, okay, well, these ain't working. So I'm about to just repurpose this soil and throw it in here with this. So, like I said, I'm going to just have to start the green onions from what I get from the farmer's market. Cut the tops off, use those, and take the root of the little stem and stick it down in the soil. That's my next way to try to get me some green onions. And I want to do regular onions too, but I really like green onions as well. Scallions, I think you call them scallions too. So add that in there. Let me go get some more soil. All right, so get into this bag. Today is garbage day, so you might hear the truck in the background. So yeah, guys, so like I said, I'm new to all this technical stuff and being on lives and working with different platforms, but the videos I recorded, especially my podcast episodes, I uploaded the first one to my YouTube channel last night. My daughter did help me with figuring out how to do it, to get it going, but she didn't help me with uploading it to my YouTube channel. So they are safe and sound. I was just going to save the podcast episodes, but I'm like, well, shoot, you might as well just save all of them to your channel. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been able to do my YouTube because I don't have any storage on my phone, either one of them. So I go live from my laptop on my channels. Excuse me. One of my channels is like a spiritual channel. The other one is my life, and going through my process of leveling up and living the life of my dreams, just documenting the process, right? So that's what that channel is about. And yeah, I was so happy I got a safe place for my videos. I think I lost a couple of videos, but today I'm gonna upload some more. I don't want to do them all at once. I want to just feed them into my channel, give people a chance to watch them. Both of my channels are really small, really small, but it's growing. The more active I get on the lifestyle channel, I know it would pick up pace. The spiritual channel, I got like a lot of content. Well, I won't say a lot, but I really upped the content on that one. But because of the community on there, I just got to be a little more patient. But it's cool. I'm still learning that whole process with that. So I'm just blessed and grateful to be learning so much this year. Like, this has been a phenomenal year for me with learning and growing, and I appreciate it. I love to learn new things. There you go, baby, get in there. Wait, I'm trying to think, should I yeah, let me add more soil first. I think, hold on, I need to add more soil before I put them in. So even this video gonna make its way to my YouTube channel. That way I'm getting content, more content about my lifestyle, and I'm able to do what God told me to do in the first place. Well, he told me to start that YouTube as well. So putting content on this channel. I mean, this ain't a channel, this platform, on my Facebook page. I'm always going to encourage people to do stuff, motivate them, try to inspire them, encourage them, or whatever. So start you a little garden, babe. Get you a fruit or a vegetable seed, some seeds that you want to grow, and just start with one. You can just use a regular pot that you would put your plants in. Just make sure they have drainage holes in them. Look at this in the soil. I was able to break it up. Okay. Put a little more fertilizer. Or a lot more. A little more compost. Okay. Mix it in. Yeah, even if you don't think you have a green thumb, just plant something. I think something gonna wake up in you. If you're listening to me talking right now about starting a garden, just planting one fruit, one vegetable, but do multiple seeds. You know what I'm saying? You could thin out the little seedlings once they, the little sprouts, once they start growing up, just to make sure you get some germination. If you do that, I believe you're going to see something like waking up in your life, something sprout in your life, something begin to grow in your natural life. Okay? If you listen to what I'm saying and you take that advice, woo. All right, now that's a good place to push it down in. You feel me? Like that. Ooh, ooh, look at that, look at that. And we're gonna take this little fella, put him in right here. Try to get him a little space apart. Wait, let me scoot you over a little bit. A little space apart. There we go. And now I'm just load them up with soil. Scrape all this off the table. So I guess my plan worked out to just dump it over on the table. Instead of trying to dig it out. I didn't really want to like tear up any of the roots. That's why I did it that way. I think it worked out pretty good, but we'll see how they act. How they looking in a day or two. I hope the sun shine on them today too. That'll be real nice. Woo. So I cannot wait to see my fruit coming through. You talk about somebody that's gonna be happy to have a harvest. Ooh wee. I don't know if we're gonna get zucchini, y'all. I'm trying with that summer squash. It's summer squash zucchini. I'm trying with it. But that's another tip. If you're gonna start your garden, if you're gonna take me up on what I said, you know, I feel that if you start something, you grow something, that you're gonna see some type of growth in your life in the area where things may have seemed to have been stagnant. Go ahead, start you a garden, grow something. If this is like resonating in your spirit, what I'm saying, do it. And then hit me in my inbox. Let me know when you see something grow that had been stagnating. Just come and say, Amira girl, you was right. Just let me know so I can be happy with you. I want to celebrate with you. So I'm going to take the soil up. I'm getting bit now, quite honestly. And I want to scratch, but my hands are so full of soil. And your girl still got to go for her walk. And then after my walk, I'm going to come back on and do a circuit. I think I'm going to go ahead and just create a circuit and do that on live as well. I have a little circuit I made to do before or after my walk. I might do it before my walk. I've been doing it after my walk. I think I'm going to switch it up so to warm up my muscles and stuff. Get me going. Look at that. Look at that. You don't want to pack it too tight. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to pack it in. Because like I said, the rain will come and wash it away. Whew. There we have it. So let me rearrange this stuff out here. I think I'm going to put these. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to put these Be careful lifting pots and big giant stuff. Make sure you lift them properly. I'm gonna move this strawberry back here. The okra can stay right there. The zucchini right there. Let me cut that off while I'm out here. I'll be moving the deal around a lot, so I'm gonna put that towards the front. And here's my tomato plants. I'm gonna move this one over here. So let me first let me wash my hands. I don't want to put nothing on my deal. Hold on. So as you can see, we have quite a few um, tomato plants, and that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. You could do a lot with tomato. You could do tomato in salads. You can make sauce with it. You can add it to stews. So we just gonna have a lot of tomatoes, and I'm cool with that. Like I said, you can fry green tomatoes, which I love. You can puree it. I'm gonna just snip off some of these deals that I don't like the way they look, and hopefully inspire new growth in those areas. They just look sickly, and I know they sickly because some of them, like this. Let me show you. Look at this. Look at that piece. You see how that used to look like? I know it started from looking like this, like yellowish. So oh, good morning. I guess we gonna see. Nah, yeah, I got a little green thumb. I'm learning though. Thank you. Yeah, this is my first garden, but I used to like have house plants, but this is my first garden. Nah, maybe one day, not right now. Um, See, just cutting away the little lifeless looking ones. You see. It's quite a few like up in the midst of these plants. This plant. I'm gonna just pull some of these out. I haven't started eating any of this yet because I don't think it's ready yet. I don't think it's ready yet. Because on the YouTube videos I saw where people grew dill, their dill plant was like huge and thriving when they were cutting off pieces to eat. So I'm going to just let it get bigger. Prayerfully, I got to have enough room in here for the roots to have the room to do what they need to do. See, look at that. Yellow. I am heavy-handed and rough with stuff. Sometimes. Sometimes. I don't know why. Some things I can be delicate with. Because I done did people retwist and they be like, oh, you're just so gentle. Your touch is just so gentle. But the way I be treating my little guardian babies, I don't know. I think I'll be a little rough with them sometimes. But I think that's good for them. It teaches them how to be strong. That's why I say they got to be little soldiers. They got to be little soldiers messing around with me. I don't like the way that moves either. Sorry, bud, but you got to go. Okay. So I just do a little bit here and there. I'm not about to be out here all day snipping away. The last time I did this was about 2 weeks ago. So, yeah. But honestly, I think it's a good time for me to plant, like, I gotta make sure, like, my peppermint and I got another herb because it's about to start getting cooler. So dill likes the warm, but it doesn't want to have the sun beating down on it for hours. So that's the thing with dill. Now, this is from what I hear. I'm not an expert. Obviously, like I said, I'm new to this. I'm learning, doing research, experimenting, listening to my intuition, which I do mostly. I mostly listen to my intuition with growing things in my garden. Well, I haven't grown anything for real yet, but I do what Spirit tell me to do, you know. But I do watch YouTube videos as well. See, look at that. Through. What is that? I don't know, but it's gotta go. So that's all we're gonna do with that for now. I'm gonna go ahead and water my plants, and then that's gonna be it for the gardening video. I'll clean up my mess off camera. Start with this okra, strawberries. Lord, bless my dill, bless my zucchini, let them grow up big and strong and healthy. So I did the zucchini, I did all in the back. Wow, that was a lot of water. And that's the dill. Let me see how that dill, it look, I don't know, I think it look good. It's gonna grow up nice. It's gonna grow up nice. I planted this dill June 1st, so here we are, August 19th. And that's how far it has come thus far. It was something else. That's more water too. So there we go. This the my container garden. This what we looking like. You know I'm going to keep you guys updated on my process of learning how to garden. It's a beautiful thing to do. And like I said, please, if you've never gardened before, let this be something new for you as well. If you feel it in your soul that you should start gardening, just begin small. I have 2, 4, 6, 7 tomato plants. So I'm going to be very happy when they grow up and fruit. This is the deal. Looking like the Cynthia doll on the Rugrats. But, you know, we going to see what the deal produce, you know. This is what I pruned from the deal and the tomato plant. And yeah, so thank you for watching this video. And I'm about to get ready. I'm going to clean this up. And then I'll be back to do my circuit workout before I head out for a walk. All right? Remember, let your light shine because you are divine.